The label for one of the most underrated players this season belongs to Michael Porter Jr. He's averaging 19 points, shooting 52% from the field and 41.7% from three on 6.4 attempts per game. And lately, he's playing the best basketball of his young career. And my goodness, when he's on the court, the Denver Nuggets consistently win their minutes. Plus 8.3 net rating with him out there. Meanwhile, when he's off the court, the Nuggets drop down to a negative 2.5 net rating. He's also averaging a career-high 2.2 assists per game. It's been his best season in terms of making the extra pass. And considering he's a shoot-first guy, that improvement should be mentioned and appreciated, because for him to improve it, he really has to focus up because naturally he just wants to shoot. It turns out he has 48 assists to Nikola Jokic, and for all of last season, he only had 45 assists to Nikola. That puts the growth in perspective. The second most targeted player for him includes Christian Braun with 21 assists to him, and overall, that trio has been working so well together. All season, according to PivotFade.com, when you filter minimum minutes 500 for Nuggets 3-man lineups and then filter the best net ratings, Michael Porter Jr. appears in 3 of the first 4 lineups. First one being him, Westbrook, Jokic. Then him, Jokic, and Aaron Gordon. And lastly, him, Brown, and Jokic. He's truly one of the most impactful players this season for the Nuggets, and a lot has to do with his scoring and shooting ability just being the perfect fit next to Nikola Jokic. And looking deeper into his shooting stats, he's one of the most efficient players in the NBA. It's actually pretty crazy. Above the break, threes are his bread and butter, 5.6 attempted, while shooting 40.3%, 88th percentile, and that's where most of his shots are coming from. Corner threes, he only shoots 0.8 per game, but of course, he's deadly, 51.2%, 92nd percentile. Then we go to the paint. 2 field goals attempted per game, shooting 52.4%, 88th percentile. And then lastly, restricted area, 3.5 field goals attempted. The second most shots taken for him in an area, a staggering 77%. Most of those are coming off backdoor cuts and slips, with Jokic hitting him for easy layups. And something he really doesn't get credit for is how he has matured as a player in person. He's matured a lot over the years, a true winning player. Here's a story from a couple years ago via Harrison Wind to prove my point. Michael Malone says Michael Porter Jr. approached him during the Phoenix series and said he's fine if Malone chooses to close games with Bruce Brown over him. I just want to win, Porter told him. And you can tell he really has that mindset, that team-first mentality. And he's listed as a 6'10" player. He's a sniper at that size, and that is so valuable. It doesn't come around very often. For example, I've filtered on NBA.com players shooting above 40% from 3 with over 6 attempts per game. Anthony Edwards, Kyrie Irving, Norman Powell, Zach LaVine, Darius Garland, Malik Beasley, Peyton Pritchard, Isaiah Joe, all guards listed at 6'5" or smaller. The closest on the list to his height is Cam Johnson. Those are the players that all qualified, and Cam Johnson is 6'8". You simply just don't see high volume, efficient shooters at his level, at his size. Not only that, but he's a movement shooter. He can come off screens, running full speed, catch and fire away. He's not just catch and shoot, even though he does that the most. And trust me, as a defense, you don't want him stepping back because he's shooting 46.2% on step backs this season. Good for 76th percentile. Michael Porter Jr. is having a crazy year, a career year, and he just keeps improving each season. He deserves more credit for his play this season, in my opinion. It's gone under the radar, and lately with him going berserk, it's time to finally acknowledge it. Let me know your thoughts below. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and check out my other videos.